You know how the west coast of the United States is an awesome area with places like California, Oregon, and Washington. But have you ever wondered why there aren't as many people living there compared to other parts of the country? One reason is that the west coast has such diverse landscape like those tall mountains, dry deserts, and those cool rugged coastlines. They are beautiful, but it's not easy to build big cities on these kind of terrains. Also, there is not a lot of flat and fertile land for farming or building large towns like you see in the Midwest. That's why you don't find as many people settling there. And you know what else? Some parts of the west coast have pretty tough weather. They deal with stuff like wildfires, earthquakes, and droughts. Those kind of things can make living there less appealing for some folks. Another thing is living on the west coast can be pretty expensive, especially in the big cities like San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Seattle. The cost of homes and the other things can be high, which can make it harder to people live there. Oh, and there's some history for you. The west coast was settled later than east coast, so it didn't grow as fast. The early settlers focused on things like mining, farming, and logging, which didn't attract a huge number of people back then. When an area has fewer people at first, it doesn't develop so quickly. Even though the west coast is super cool, it didn't have all the big cities and services that some other places had, which might have made it less attractive to newcomers. But you know what? Things change and know what the future holds. Maybe more and more people will decide to call the West Coast home in the coming years. It's a fantastic place after all.